What's good, y'all? Canelo Alvarez versus John Ryder last night. You know, super boring. Canelo Alvarez, he couldn't stop John Ryder. And he pretty much looked exactly like he has his last two fights. And it's been three fights now for me. And I think Canelo is out of his prime. But he dominated Ryder on the points. I give him credit for that. It wasn't like he was losing rounds to Ryder. He just looked at the exact same as he did in the Triple G fight. A lot of repetitive combos with the double jab right hand. He knocked down Ryder with that in the fifth round where he bust his nose open and he had to drop. And he got some good body work. Canelo always been a body puncher. I like that left hook to the body that he threw on a lot last night. But you know, I just think it's a reason why he ain't fighting Benavidez. Canelo's good and all, but he know he want to go and fight Bivol where he ain't got to put the titles on the line. And if and when he does lose, the zone to have that size excuse again or whatever. But this fight was just pointless. Triple G was supposed to be the tune-up. If he would have fought Benavidez just now, he probably would have generated more money than Tank and Ryan. I thought he was the face of boxing, and he, was the money man. He get paid the most per fight. And Benavidez is the biggest money fight for him right now, so I don't see what the problem was. But yeah, the fight was in Mexico in front of his home crowd too. I didn't really hear the audio of the fight, but I heard that they was booing him for not getting the knockout. You feel me? But from what I seen, he 12 zipped him, and it was boring. One knockdown. It was another knockdown that was called a slip in like the ninth round. But he's fighting in spurts. You know what I mean? He just don't look that energetic in there like that. He looks like he's getting tired. Benavidez, he's known for his gas tank, in my opinion. And I think Benavidez will eventually wear down on Canelo. If Canelo can't stop Benavidez in the first 4 or 5 rounds, he's finna get knocked out. And he knows this, and the WBC knows this as well. So I don't think we're going to see that fight. I think Benavidez will be elevated. And it's so crazy. It's so crazy because Canelo's trying to run and get the Bivol fight. And that'll give the sanctioning bodies reason, and the sanctioning bodies won't be able to say nothing because John Ryder is considered a mandatory defense. So this fight right here, he defended undisputed. So now he can go on off for like a year. Don't got to worry about no mandatories and fight BS fights. And yes, Bivol is like the toughest opponent he can fight, but that's still a BS fight because he ain't really got no chance in that fight. And he ain't even defending undisputed. Benavidez, he been mandatory longer than John Ryder. You know what I mean? Y'all know for sure he ain't gonna fight Morrell either. It's just a waste of time. This fight was a waste of time. You know, if you was gonna fight Bivol again, he should have did it immediately. And I heard he had chances to do that instead of this fight tonight and instead of the Triple G fight. And Bivol is not even motivated to even fight Canelo. at 175 because the money wasn't even there like how everybody was talking about. Bivol got paid way late after the fight, if at all. I never heard about him even getting this money. I heard they was holding his money. Why would he want to go through all that again? You know what I mean? Canelo has plenty other fights that will generate more than that Bivol fight. But that's what he's chasing because nothing's on the line. And maybe he can catch Bivol on the off night because he's unmotivated because Bivol schooled him so easily. You know, he could fall asleep behind the wheel in the second fight when he's probably up 5 rounds to nothing. Or maybe Canelo can land that lucky shot in like the sixth or seventh round if Bivol gets bored or whatever. Maybe that's what he's banking on. But Canelo versus Bivol too is a waste of time. If you want to see that shit again, like you're lying. Like even if you're a Canelo fan, why would you want to see that fight again?